Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. We're going to get started. We're going to sharpen our tools in just a minute. And these are tools that also help us make decisions. You ever think back on decisions that you make and you go, oh, if I did that a little bit differently, things would have gone so much better? Here's the thing, with all the hindsight information that we have, things could have actually still gotten worse with a different choice. So I get it. We have all this information. We want to make good choices, but sometimes the right choice is just making a choice. Because in reality, if we don't choose something, if we don't get the courage to make choices, somebody else will make those choices for us. So let's sharpen our tools. Let's get into these exercises. Let's get into OMAT. How do you do that? I like to move my body, get a little present, get into my body by moving it. And I will dance around randomly just to kind of get into what I'm doing, to take a little mental break and then come back. All right, now that we're present, let's go into our first exercise here of gratitude. We're sharpening the gratitude muscle because we don't want to go around. I don't want to go around when people are saying, wow, what a nice thing is happening. Look at that sunset. Oh, we did it. And I go, yeah, all right, I guess I'm great. Nobody wants that attitude. Let's look for something to be grateful for just for now. Find it. Let's wrap the exercise and find our water. And even practicing gratitude helps me make decisions. Sometimes I put someone or something on my list and kind of cringe at it. And then I go, that's all right. I'm not making some master list that I'm going to have to hand in. I tried something on. Let's keep going. Again, let's try things. Let's try meditation. Let's try interrupting whatever thought is happening in our brain right now and choosing the next thought. I can choose to chant. Maybe just om over and over again. I could choose to follow my breath. But let's make that choice and try it. Sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed. Breathe. As we come back, let's make the decision to have some water. And even meditation is a practice of making the decision. I'm making a decision to chant. I'm making a decision to interrupt my thoughts. And sometimes after meditation, oh, I should have thought about this. I should have cleared my mind. Let's not shit all over ourselves. Let's keep going into our writing. And whatever you should have done, quote unquote, write it down here. Use whatever thought that you want to go away. Write it down and see what happens to it. Let's write anything right now. Let's wrap the sentence or thought. Let's find our water. What'd you write? Was it terrible? Good. Let's keep going. Let's go into our stretches. Now we're going to stretch any part of our body that allows us to. I'm going to talk us through a sun salutation. But a sun salutation, the first two steps basically are reaching up and touching your toes. And if that's what you want to do for the entire time, is just repeat that, that's fine. Let's stretch without hurting ourselves. If something hurts, take a step back. Do it a little less. Let's try it out. Standing if you can, inhale the arms out and up, reaching up, looking up. See what that feels like on your back, lowering your shoulders and fold forward. And we have a flat back until we can't have that flat back. Now we're rounding our back and we're maybe touching our toes, but we're not aiming to touch the toes. We could bend the knees here a lot. When you're ready, halfway lift. Flatten the back, look up, straighten the legs. And let's go into our next pose. We're going into a plank pose. Plant your palms down where they are, step your feet back, and lower your body all the way down to the ground. The whole front of your body is now down on the ground. Your feet are pointed, and push your palms, look up, chest up. Let's meet in down dog. Hips up, upside down V with your body. We're staring at our thighs here before we walk forward towards our hands and then slowly rise up. Meeting our palms above the head and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. As slow as you'd like. You could be behind a couple of poses. That's fine. And let's have some water either way. And really, if your body said, I don't like that pose, that hurts, we're going to skip that for today. Great. Listen to your body more than me. Let's keep going. Speaking of your body, a plank pose uses all of the muscles. So it's sort of a shortcut to working everything out in just 1 minute. Let's access the willingness to do this. Get in that ready pose with your mind and body. Believe that you can do it, and we're getting up in plank in 3, 2, 1. Up in plank right now. Right now is a great time to be up in plank. Everyone's doing it. All right. We're already in for 10 seconds here. And as it counts down, I know it gets more challenging. What can you muster up here without hurting yourself? How strong can you find for 20 seconds? That was 20 seconds that passed. How much strength, can you find for this exercise just for today? This doesn't set a precedent. You don't have to repeat anything. We are now 25 seconds left. Look at that, way more than halfway done. We now have 20 seconds. We're almost at the countdown. So find what you have. I know your body keeps saying, I don't want to, but your mind says, I do have 10 more seconds in me, and I'm going to find it right here. So let's finish as strong as our body will allow us. 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Come down off your plank. Maybe stretch your way back. Take your time so you can catch your breath. Find your water, and find a way to say, what? I did that. This is what I do sometimes. I really just dance in place. Totally not embarrassed about it. You could be embarrassed for me if you'd like. Your prerogative. Here we go. Let's move on. Let's move into breaking some procrastination. I know it's hard to get started. Sometimes it feels like it's too small, too big a task. That's what we're practicing right here. We're practicing something that's manageable and doable, and we're practicing it by taking action right now. Let's wrap the task for now. We're going to find our water, little reward. And the thing is we're not rushing to get some kind of procrastination task done. We're not trying to squeeze 2 minutes into a 1 minute time. We are trying to see what can happen in 1 minute. It's a very gentle experiment. Let's keep going. Let's go into our connection minute where we get a little vulnerable. We think, who can I reach out to? We maybe write them something. I'm thinking about you. I thought about you the other day. This reminds me of you. Whatever it is, let's try to get into that muscle by using it right now. Let's wrap the thought for now. Wrap the sentence, maybe hit send, find the water, and find some kind of satisfaction with what you learned, what you tried in that last minute, the allowance for vulnerability to sit there, maybe perhaps in some discomfort. Good on you. Let's keep going. Let's finish up nice and strong with some aerobics. We're going to try to get our heart rate going a little bit. And if we're walking around, maybe we have our knees up a little higher. Maybe we're using our arms as well. Use whatever you have access to. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1. We're moving. We're moving right now. Celebrate the fact that you have parts that can move and exercise them so that you can continue to use them throughout life. Look at that. That's 10 seconds already. All right, I know as time passes, this movement might get a little more challenging. Let's meet that challenge today. That's 20 seconds. What do you have in you that allows you to keep going? Maybe in that pace, maybe in a more comfortable pace. Whatever it is, we're going for 30 more seconds. Find it in you to keep going. When your body says, I don't know if I want to keep going, your mind says, but we're not hurting ourselves, and we have 20 more seconds in us. We're going to make it to the countdown. We're going to make it to that final second. Let's keep moving, finding the strength for 10 more seconds. What do you have in you? Let's finish up nice and strong just for today for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Look at that. Look at how fast a minute is or how slow a minute is. It's still 1 minute.